Hi all, I'm Nivodhini, working as assistant professor in KSR College of Engineering. In this video, we will see about C arrays. Okay, what does mean by array? Array is it is a collection of similar elements of similar data types and that occupies continuous memory allocations. Okay, first we will see why there is a need of arrays. Suppose if there are 5 elements, 5 marks we are getting from the user. What we will name mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, mark 4, and mark 5. Suppose it is easy when we are considering for 5 marks. But suppose we have hundreds of marks for 5 students. How we will save it as so it is difficult in this case. So if we use arrays, it will be very convenient for the user to save and to print or retrieve or perform any operations on the data. Okay. Basically, there are two types of arrays: single dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. In single dimensional array, it will be consisting of only the rows. The array index starts from 0. Suppose if I'm giving a of 5. Okay. So the array index will be from a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, and a of 4. Okay. The indexing will be from 0 to 4. That is, if the array consists of n elements, the indexing will be from 0 to n minus 1. Okay. Arrays are useful in many cases. It is very easy to address or to name an element and to retrieve the element. Okay. This is a single dimensional array. We will address this element as a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, and a of 4. Suppose I have to give the initializing data. We can give as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So what will happen? These elements will be stored as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Which is equivalent to a of 0 is equal to 1. A of 1 is equal to 2. A of 3 is equal to 3. Sorry, 2 is equal to 3. Likewise. Okay. It is very easy for us to name and retrieve. Okay. What happened? Okay. It is another one is if you are using array, it will be using continuous memory allocations. For example, if the a of 0 is stored in the memory location 100, a of 1 will be stored in the memory location 104. And the another next one will be storing in the 108. This is in the case of int. So if it is float, it will occupy the memory storages differently. Okay. It is so array is a collection of elements of the same type that is are referred by a common name and which occupies continuous memory allocations. In this, we will see about in our online compiler, we will see how to initialize and use a single dimensional array. Okay. Int a of 3 is equal to 1, 2, 3. So here I'm initializing in a single row. Suppose we can give us a of 0 is equal to 1, a of 1 is equal to 2, a of 2 is equal to 3. Likewise, similarly also we can give. So I'm going to print the elements for int. The array index starts from 0. So hence I'm giving I equal to 0, I less than. Totally there are 3 elements. So I'm giving us 3, I less plus. Okay. The next step, printf percentage %t comma I'm running the program. I'm executing. Since I have not left any So we have initialized the array as 1, 2, 3, and here we got the as 1, 2, 3. Okay. Suppose I have to sum these single dimensional array elements. I'm changing as a of 5 and giving some other values. Okay. So I'm summing up. For that, I'm going to have sum is equal to 0. So sum is equal to sum. In this program, I'm going to print the sum. Okay. So by adding these elements, I'm getting 101 as the answer. This is a single dimensional array. Another examples we can try are finding the minimum element in an array, finding the maximum element in the array, or second largest. We can find anything using the single dimensional array. Most of the programs we can use in arrays. It will be easy for us instead of using as many name by giving many names. For example, mark 1, mark 2. We can use arrays. In that case, we can give us mark of to add 100 of marks in an array. We can give sum is equal to sum plus mark 1, mark of 1, mark of 2, like that we can give. Next, we will see about two-dimensional array. In single dimensional array, it consists of only a single row. It is indexed as A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, and A of 4. Next, we will see about two-dimensional array. This is an example of 3 rows and 4 columns. How it is indexed? It will be consisting of rows and columns. This element is addressed as first, it is in row 0. So A of 0, and it is in the column 0. So A of 0 of 0. Next, it is in the 0th row and first column. So A of 0 and 1. Next, column 2, A of 0, and it is in the column 2. Likewise, it is first one is the array name. Okay, it might be a int float. Next element gives the row index, and the next one represents column index. So how to initialize this? Okay. I'm giving A of 3. Okay. I will undo the automatic initialization. Is equal to 1, 2, 3. And I can initialize like this, or else I can initialize like A of 0, 0 equal to 1, A of 0, 1 is equal to 2, A of 0 equal to 3. Similar to this also, I can initialize. Most of the two-dimensional arrays are used in matrix. It can be a matrix addition or matrix multiplication, transpose of a matrix. Any matrix is a uses two-dimensional array. In single-dimensional array, mostly we will using a single for loop. But to index an element in two-dimensional array, we will be using two for loops. Okay, let's see an example. I'm using the same program. For easy use, I'm giving as A of 2 of 2. So the sums will be the same. To initialize this, I will be using two for loops and naming it as I and J, which we will be using as commonly. Here I will be putting a sum of so the sum of 1, 2, 3, 4 is 10. This is a to add all the elements in the matrix. Suppose if I'm giving to add two matrix, addition of two matrix, I will be giving another matrix int B2 of so equal to the same element I will give because it will be easy for me to type. Okay. Here I will be the resultant will be stored in C matrix. How I'm giving is for addition of two matrix V of I J equal to A of I plus B of ij. Okay. To print this, printf this will not give us in the matrix format. So it will be giving us this. In order to get this in the matrix format, we have to add a new line. So it can be this is also used in matrix multiplication. See, we are getting in the matrix format. We can give it as for three-dimensional array also. But for that, we have to give us three elements, 3 rows and 3 columns. Likewise, we can use for 3 rows and 3 columns. For matrix multiplication, we have to multiply. Okay, but simply multiplying it will not give the answer. We can two-dimensional array is also used in matrix transpose. Transpose is changing rows into columns and columns into rows. And to summarize, okay, let's summarize this. What is this? What is a array? Array is a collection of elements of similar data type. The similar data type, suppose it means if the first element is int, all the other element will be int. It is a collection of similar data types, and that is referred by a common name. It is addressed as a of 0. Next will be addressed as a of 1. Next will be addressed as a of 2. Okay. Another one is it will be occupying the continuous memory allocations. For example, if we are considering as all the elements in an array as int, if the first element starts by the index 100, the next element will be stored in the 104. Next will be stored in 108. Next will be stored in 112. Next will be stored in 116. Similarly. Okay, the array index will be starting from 0. So suppose if there are 10 elements, the index will be from 0 to 9. So if there are n elements, the index will be 0 to n minus 1. Okay. The single dimensional array, by using the single dimensional array, we can find the maximum element in an array, minimum element in an array, or we can find duplicate elements in an array, which elements are repeated how many times. Likewise, the frequency of the elements can be found. The next type is two-dimensional array. In single-dimensional array, it will be having only single row. But in the case of two-dimensional array, it will be having the rows and columns. Here we will be seeing an example for 3 rows and 4 columns. 3 rows, it will be named from 0, row 0, row 1, row 2. Then there are 4 columns, column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3. To address this element, it is in row 1 and column 1. So we will be addressing as 1 of 1, A, 1 of 1. Suppose we are giving this to for to denote this element, it is present in row 2 and it is present in column 1. So A, 2 of 1. Generally, first one will be the array name, next is the array index, and next is the column index. Mostly two-dimensional arrays are used for matrix calculations. It may be matrix addition, matrix subtraction, matrix multiplication, or transpose of a matrix, or to find the determinant of the matrix. It is all the mathematical calculations, including matrix uses two-dimensional array. Another point to be noted is for a single-dimensional array, mostly we will use a single for loop. For two-dimensional array, there will be 2 for loops. Thank you.